MTA crews have been working through the night to make sure that the heavy downpours that we had all across our area don't bring subway service to a screeching halt.
Yeah, the preps began yesterday with crews covering up subway grates on the sidewalks, clearing out drains at stations that have impacted in the past. Joining us this morning for an update, New York City Transit President Richard Davey to update us on the latest conditions on the subways and buses. So good morning to you, Mr. Davey. Good to see you.
Hazel, Dan, good morning.
So let's get into it. You just heard Alex's traffic report, right? Doesn't seem like there was too much affected here by the storm, which is good news. What's the latest from your vantage point?
Yeah, so subways, buses, very few impacts overnight. A couple of the delays you had up there are actually unrelated. We had a sick customer on the Lex line and someone who decided to walk on the tracks at Times Square for the 1, 2, and 3. But for our commuter rail customers, a couple things to keep in mind. If you're using Metro North, the Danbury line, there's still issues there. So check that. And we, just as you reported, have an issue out on Long Beach on the Long Island Railroad as well. So, but by and large, we really weathered this storm. And, you know, our crews, as you mentioned, did a great job.
And we always talk about subways, but what about the elevated trains? Did any of those have any issues?
Not really. I mean, what you typically see in a storm like this, given the high winds, is, you know, debris on tracks, for example. We did have a little bit of that on the queue overnight, but that cleared up around midnight, 1 a.m. So again, our crews, we had pre-positioned people and equipment out there to take care of those issues quickly, and fortunately, we were able to do that.
So is it a mix of both here, about preparation work that's kind of went into a day like yesterday, and the fact that maybe the floodwaters weren't as bad as anticipated? Is there a bit of a mix here?
I think, yeah, exactly. I mean, right. So, you know, I think we continue to learn on through every storm how we can, you know, prepare for what Mother Nature throws at us. But I think you're right. There was not a moment, I think, of this storm where there was intensity. I think it was sort of a longer, drawn-out storm, if you will, which gives, you know, time for water to clear up. And, you know, you didn't see the kind of viral videos sometimes you see with our subway stations being bombarded. That, too, I got to give the city credit. You know, they continue to work with us to clean up their, you know, drainage systems and source systems. And one of the main reasons why you see some of that water come into our system is because the city's, you know, water system can't handle it. But they've done a good job of cleaning up as well.
Speaking about viral videos, you remember back in September, we saw that those buses that were flooded due to Tropical Storm Ophelia. Was there anything like that happened with the buses?
No, I mean, we didn't have. There were certainly a few routes. I think 8 at the you know, sort of the worst, if you will. 8 routes were detoured, but there was no flash flooding like you saw in those videos, thankfully.
Okay.
And again, you know, continue to work with the city to make sure that if there are detoured routes, we know that we'll avoid those, obviously.
Okay. So are all the buses on time and no real big issues there then, the routes?
No big issues. You know, we did a couple power outages, a couple of our bus depots, but again, we had generators and we were prepared. That was, you know, the customer didn't feel that at all. So again, good job by our teams preparing for this storm. And frankly, given the forecasts I think you showed earlier, we're getting ready for more rain and maybe even snow next week. So Mother Nature is certainly not done with us.
Yeah, one after another. So good news on all fronts there. If I can ask you an off-topic question unrelated to weather, I heard you speak out about this. There is an arrest now in that individual, the teenager who was taking that train on a few feet of a joyride, right? What is the lesson learned here from an incident like this? I know you said that some of these keys are sold on the black market right out on the internet somewhere. What's the lesson learned here of changing things in the future?
Look, the lesson learned is that, you know, if you're doing this stuff to get your kicks, don't do it. I mean, first of all, it's a crime. You know, second of all, in particular on that train, we had cameras inside the train, right? So we continue to put cameras in our trains. And as I like to say, we have more cameras in our system than a Las Vegas casino. So if you do something bad in our system, we will find you. We will get a picture to the police and they will find you, period. So, you know, for the 16-year-old, I hope it's a learning moment for him. But you know, it's a serious issue. Now, thankfully, you know, due to the fact that we have sort of emergency equipment in place if something like this happens, that there was no danger of that train getting onto our main line, but doesn't matter.
Can you explain
that?
Find
something else to do with your time.
Can you explain that? So there's a fail-safe that if it were to leave the station, it automatically shuts off?
That's correct. And in this instance, the train was in a spur track, so it was in a storage track, so it would not have been able to get onto revenue service. Our tower operators observed it immediately, saw the train move, and called 911. So, you know, they were obviously there as another fail-safe as well.
No, since you said that there are keys that can be sold online, are you changing the way that trains are secured?
You bet. What we're doing now is looking at putting a secondary lock on our conductor and cabs and our train operator cabs as well. Obviously finding, new ways to secure, the trains. But certainly, look, again, that's illegal. If someone has gotten hold of a key and they're trying to sell it online, I would say NYPD does a very good job of investigating these kinds of issues and, continues to snare people when they try to do it.
Good stuff. I know that was off topic, but I appreciate you taking the time to answer that and the weather questions. Good luck with the storm this weekend as well, Mr. Davey. Hopefully we don't have to talk to you about any updates, but good to see you as always.
As always. Thanks, Dan Hazel. Appreciate your time.
All right.